Hi, I'm Carissa Dez, and this is my special guest over here.
I'm the original Kailee Bug.
Thank you so much for being here. We are at the Alberta Abbey. A shout out to the Alberta Abbey PDX on Instagram for sponsoring us and letting us have this interview here. I just want to compliment you on your fit because you look gorgeous. Like I'm all about the fur. The fit.
Yes, fur is my best friend.
Same. So you recently moved to Portland from Arizona, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And how long have you been here for? Like 2 months?
Yeah, like 2 months now.
Okay. And you moved from Tucson, Arizona, right?
I actually moved from this little town called Surprise, Arizona. Arizona, the only thing I don't like is the heat.
That's the one thing that I do like. But yeah, I love Portland because the culture is better. So yeah, that's the main reason why I moved here, honestly. And then the music scene too is pretty great.
It's huge out here. I'm not used to that. Arizona is not like that with the music community, so it's different.
Yeah, and I remember when I lived in Arizona, I didn't really go to a lot of shows. It wasn't like, you go to a spot and, it's just kind of like a club atmosphere with
exactly
like the radio on or whatever. So like top 40.
Most of it's like trap music out there. Mm-hmm. So like if you're not like heavy rap or trap, like you're not really getting noticed out there.
What do you like about the Portland music scene and how is it different from where you're from in Arizona?
I like it because when I tell people I make music, they're always like, oh, I make music too. And then we can bond on that. And then they're not afraid to be like, well, can I hear some of your stuff? And I'm just like, oh yeah, that'd be great. And it just kind of like builds a relationship faster because you have something to relate to.
For sure.
And I think that is like the biggest thing that is different because in Arizona, when I tell people I make music, they're just kind of like, well, everyone makes music. And I'm just like, you don't even want to hear it? like give me a shot. And it was, I don't even know how to describe it. Like it made me like tear up when I moved here. I was like, this is different and it's accepting and beautiful. And I love it here.
Yeah. Like people actually appreciate it. Like they appreciate your art. I mean, not just yours, but just art in general.
Yeah. Art in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone that I've met so far has just been great. And it's just been convincing me to not go back. And like you said in your other interview where you're like, I don't feel like a weirdo here. I feel normal. And that's what it feels like here. I feel like I fit in.
It's just such a supportive community here in Portland from what I know.
Beautiful. And I'm like, I'm not used to that. And it's so nice to be able to go anywhere and everyone's just like, oh, I got your back. Like I'm here for you and I'll do what it takes to like help you out because I see your potential. And I'm like, this is what I needed.
Yeah. If you could change anything about the Portland music scene, what would it be if you could make it better? From what you've seen so far as like a newer artist in the scene?
I don't really know that I can think of anything if I'm being honest. Yeah, because everyone has just been so helpful with each other. And I've noticed like how tight everyone's bonds are here. Like even if they aren't like friends, there's the fact that they make music. They're like, well, I'm going to show up.
You're part of the family now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's really nice.
Do you miss the music scene in Arizona?
No.
Sorry for any people from Arizona.
Yeah, it was not it for me.
Yeah, I imagine live shows, like outdoor shows, wouldn't be that fun either because it's just super hot there.
Yeah, and then in the winter times, it like randomly gets freezing cold for no reason. And you're like, okay, I need you to pick a lane and stick to it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it rains here a lot in Portland, but people are just used to it. Like when I first moved here, I had an umbrella and I got made fun of for that. People were like, we don't use umbrellas. We just have a second shower.
We just have a second shower. Like, well, I did my hair and my makeup and it's not getting wet.
Right. Yeah. That's what I tell them too. It's like, yeah, I'm really excited to hear more of your music coming up and everything. Do you have any collabs on your album?
Any local artists? Don't actually. Most of it's just me. Because I wanted it to kind of be like an open to who I am as an artist and what I've gone gone through this past year to get to where I am now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? Like what you've gone through over the past year to get here? Like what's kind of like your journey to where you're at now, I guess, in Portland?
Yeah, it's been more of like, you know, how life just kind of throws little tests at you, like little things happen to you.
I know all about that.
Yeah, it makes you learn lessons. And like, I feel like that's what I've been doing is all these lessons have been helping me discover who I am, what my boundaries are, how I want to present myself, and how I should go about certain situations. And I feel like those all kind of set me up for being here, because I, honest to God, had no idea about Portland. I didn't know that the music scene was big out here. I've never been out here before. So when I came out here, it was originally just to work because I heard it was strip club capital. And I was like, I'm going to work, get some money.
I didn't know you were a stripper.
I am. Been doing it for 4 years now.
You're doing it here in Portland already?
I am.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I like it a lot. The money out here is great. The clubs are super great.
Mm-hmm.
And, but yeah, and like after I started working here and like everyone I was meeting, I was just like, these are my people. Like, this is different. I'm not used to being so accepted so easily. Mm-hmm. And I feel like back home, I always had to like fight for my spot to like get noticed or be appreciated or accepted.
Right.
And out here, all I have to do is just breathe and people are like, you're great. And I'm like, that's what I like
you're
to
an artist,
hear.
for sure. Like they'll welcome you with open arms, but also you're a very cool person. So it's probably easy for you to get in there and make a bunch of homies. So what would you say is your style of music that you create? Would you say that you're hip hop or?
I would probably go more towards hip hop because I like to rap more than I like to sing, but I do have like my R&B moments too.
Have you done a lot of shows here in Portland yet?
Actually, I haven't done a show yet.
You do have a show coming up, a birthday show, right?
Yes,
that you'll be performing at?
My birthday bash coming up. It's February 17th, and it's going to also be celebrating the launch of my album, my first ever album, and it's going to be 8 songs, so that's going to be really exciting. Yeah.
And where is it going to be?
So I'm still trying to set a for sure venue, but I'm going to Rainbow City to like try and get in there and put it there.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's a good spot. And they have like an amazing VIP section, and apparently they have like a secret VIP section, but I'm not going to say where.
So we like that.
Ask about that. Extra VIP.
Yes.
Do you have any collabs on your album?
Any local artists? Don't actually. Most of it's just me, because I wanted it to kind of be like an open to who I am as an artist and what I've gone through this past year to get to where I am now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? Like what you've gone through over the past year to get here? Like what's kind of like your journey to where you're at now, I guess, in Portland?
Yeah, it's been more of like, you know, how life just kind of throws little tests at you, like little things happen to you.
I know all about that.
Yeah, it makes you learn lessons.
So have you recorded any music here yet in Portland for your album?
Yeah, I recorded with Ari recently, and then I have a session with Purple Matters coming up.
And is it like a big studio, or is it like a home studio? Or?
It seems to be like a pretty big studio. A couple of the homies out here go to him too. Bremer goes to him on a regular, and Chain and all of them, and it's pretty cool.
Do you think that you'll be making any or doing any collabs with those guys ever?
I want to, because I feel like with what they do with rapping and how they have like their little group, the Pharmacy, I was like, I like what they're doing with that, and I want to be a part of that. I know it's not little, but you know what I mean.
Hopefully, they should let you in. It doesn't have to be all boys, does it?
Right. I'm like, can you throw me up in there?
What do you think that you would contribute to that group if they did? This is your tryouts right now. No,
yeah, right.
What do you see yourself contributing to if they were like, yeah?
Well, I've been hearing them kind of talk to each other about like needing songs for like the women, like, you know, like love songs or like, you know, stuff to just make women connect with their group as well. And I was like, I can add to that. I can give a women's perspective.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So what I want to know is like, so right now I'm comfortable being on stage, but if I were to be singing and if there were a crowd out here, I don't know if I'd feel as comfortable. Like I've known to have some stage fright. Do you get that at all? 1 and 2, like how do you get over that nervousness or like get stage ready?
Honestly, it's kind of the same with like my dancing career. Like, once I get up there, I'm super nervous, of course. But then once I like see people's faces and like the way that they're smiling at me or they're happy with what I'm doing, I'm just kind of like, okay, why do I have to be nervous? They're happy about it. Like they like what they're singing. They like what I'm doing.
For sure.
And I feel like that's kind of like the same thing with coming up here and performing. Like once you like just do it and everyone's just like, they're bopping around, you know, they're nodding their heads to what you're doing. And it kind of gets you out of that fear of, okay, why was I scared?
Yeah. What makes you want to create music? Is it to give that energy to the crowd and like, to share your music with, of course, with an audience, but what is the main reason that you would say that you enjoy like creating?
I've kind of just always picked music as like my form of expressing myself. So especially when I was younger and I would get really emotional, I would always just put on a song that fit with my emotion, whether it was anger, whether it was me being crying and sad, whether, or even just happy, just putting on something that fits with my emotion. And I feel like I can make music for people that are going through similar situations as me and let them know, like, you're not the only one feeling this. You're not alone. Like, don't ever feel like you're alone because you think other people can't be going through the same thing. I
mean, I have a playlist just for when I'm sad. It's my sad boy playlist. That's what I do. It's like, and like some people are, say like, oh, why are you listening to music that makes you more sad? It's like, well, once I get through this, then I don't need the sad music anymore. Yeah, exactly. I have a playlist that's like the happy music too. So
exactly. It just like helps you express it.
For sure. So you make music because, or one of the reasons why you make music is because that's you're expressing, and then also like you want other people to listen to your music and like have something to relate to.
Yeah, because I've gone through my life a lot with certain situations, and I've gone through them alone. And so I want, when I write my songs about those situations, to like let people know, like, even if you are alone right now, no matter how big I make it, I'm still going through the same stuff as you. And you know what? That's okay. And then I can also tell them like how I got through it, and maybe they could take some advice from that and be like, well, this is how she got through it, so maybe I could do the same thing.
Do you have any songs where you're like, putting out bad bitch energy?
I do. It's going on my album. It's called Mark of Cain. And that one is just about how when I first started, people tell me because I was a female rapper that it wasn't going to go very far because no one wants to listen to female rappers.
I do. Well, the reason I was asking is because I need some more bad bitch music for my bad bitch playlist.
I got you. I got a couple songs coming up too.
Nice. What is your favorite type of music to make?
If I'm being honest, hip hop rapping for sure. That's the easiest for me because I feel like you can write a whole bunch and say a lot with rapping.
Yeah, in a very short time.
Yeah.
Do you rap like super fast? So you can definitely like Twista, I know can get a lot into like 1 minute of a song.
Yes. That's something that I'm like really good at. I also talk really fast, so it helps.
Yeah. So you like doing fast raps. Do you also freestyle too?
I don't. That's actually something I'm trying to
working on it.
Practice with that. Yeah.
Have you been to Cypher Saturdays over at Page Street?
I have. I actually thought that was super fun and really cool that they allow the community to like come together like that, and everyone's just doing their own thing. And the fact that it's freestyling too is so inspirational. I'm like, okay, I need to learn to do this so I can hop on it.
Yeah, I love it.
Where do you see yourself maybe in like 10 years as an artist? The Moda Center with Beyonce.
That'd be great. That's definitely a goal. Honestly, I see myself sitting at the top with everybody, especially like people that I see out here. I can feel it. Like in a couple of years, they're definitely gonna be up there too. And I'm like, we're all just gonna be sitting at the top and doing our music, living our best lives, and showing everyone this is how you can do it if you want to do it for real.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Do you? Is that kind of your main goal? Is that your? And I feel like for most creatives, like that's the dream, is to just make music and make a living off of that, like just doing what you love, or is that's like goal. You just want to
show people like not hate on anyone who has a 9 to 5, but like just showing people like you don't have to work a 9 to 5 if you don't want
It's
to.
possible.
It is 100% possible.
Do what you love.
Do what you love and make money. You gotta be focused, work really hard, and don't be afraid to put 100% of effort into it.
Mm-hmm. And then when you get there, like, don't stop. Too.
Don't
like,
stop.
That's what I've heard too. Because
a top.
like if Lil Wayne stopped, like he probably wouldn't be here still.
And he's been
making
music for how long now?
Yeah, he just kept going. Maybe it's still music from his vault, but whatever he's
Yeah,
doing,
who knows at this point?
Like he pretty much still looks the same, and he's like still has that energy.
Yeah,
and
he's
his
just
music
living
is
his
so
best life. Same with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, but I mean, he really could have just like put out, his first albums or whatever in the early 2000s and been fine. Like he probably would still be making money off of that, but like he just kept going. And I think that's important. Like getting anywhere, like reaching any goal in life. Like you can get stagnant so easily when you're like, okay, I reached my goal, but
there's always more to reach. There's always, like I said, there's never the top. Like what you think is the top, there will be someone who will come and do something more. So you got to be like, all right, I gotta do that too.
I gotta learn how to dance.
Yeah.
I'm a great singer now. Do you dance when you perform? Will you be doing some dancing too? Or
yeah, actually, I just started doing a dance group with Rain and all of them, where we're doing Alana's songs and we're gonna be her like little backup dance.
That's so cool.
I'm super excited about it.
Will you be dancing like when you're performing though, like for your songs?
Yeah, I want to. I want to like kind of incorporate that because I'm watching them do it with Alana. I was like, okay, maybe I could do this. Like this could be fun.
Yeah, I don't really see a whole lot of local artists do a lot of dancing. I didn't even think about that, but I was like, wait a minute, like
she's different.
Yeah, I mean, we should. Everybody, y'all need to learn how to dance. Remember, Baden, you need to learn how to dance.
Don't
like, increase what you're doing by 2 times for sure. Like a backflip.
I want to eventually like get like floor work in it too. Just like be dramatic with it,
I think that would definitely set you apart for sure. At least, I mean, not even just in Portland, but just like as an artist in general, if you can like usher in.
So how do you get in the mode to create music? What do you do?
Honestly, it just like comes to me. Like it's usually after something like happens in my life that I feel like is a really big moment, whether it's good or bad. And I just kind of sit there and I'm like, I'm thinking about it constantly and I want it out of my head. So I'm like, I'm just going to write about it. And hopefully that will like, if I can put into words what I'm thinking, then like it'll, I guess like get it out. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, so you just like jot it in your notes app whenever it's just coming to you.
Exactly. And I just kind of like write a bunch of jumble of like how I'm feeling and then I turn it into lyrics.
Nice. Yeah, I do that too. But then when I like smash it together, I'm like, none of this is good. I need somebody to write my music for me.
A little ghostwriter.
Yeah, maybe I my ghostwriter. Do you write all of your music?
I do. I write all my music.
And do you make your own beats too?
I don't. I actually have a couple people that I go through on YouTube, which is really cool because I didn't think they would ever reach back out to me. I like found them on Instagram and I was like, I love your beats and I use them on all my songs. And like they finally hit me back up and they're like, no, that's really cool. And like we have like a good standing relationship now and it's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. One of them is Rasshop, which is RAS-HOP. And then the other one is Zach Sutton, which is ZACH. And then Sutton is SUTTON.
Nice. Thank you so much for sharing that because I might have to hit them up.
I would.
Where do people find their beats? Like I'm always curious.
Zach is really good too. He's good at the like heavy like trap beats. He's really good at those.
Nice. I love that shit.
Who's an artist that you would love to work with, like collaborate with, like a famous artist?
A famous artist?
Beyonce.
Honestly, God, she would be great to work with.
Who wouldn't want to work with Beyonce
She can teach me a lot. She is not only good at music, but the way she like performs too. Like I'm like, damn, that breath work.
I don't believe that she's real. Like she's
for real. There's some
fucking robot. Yeah. We can move like that and sing like that and look that gorgeous at the same time.
Like you can't even hear her breaths.
Yeah.
Like, are you breathing? Are you? Okay?
She's not real. But
I'm
being honest, Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
He is an OG for me, and like I'm very motivated by the way, especially in like the beginning of his music career, how he just song after song after song, like how much he had in his like oh my god, why can't I think? Like in his back office, or you know what I mean, like his like songs that he never released, but he just had like hundreds and hundreds of songs that he was like, well, I have all these, so now I can just slowly release them. Like that's where I want to get to, where I'm making hundreds of songs to the point where sometimes if I want to take a year off, I can take a year off because I have all the songs to just release them.
People don't know that you're on a year-long vacation, just constantly putting out the hits.
Exactly, and I'm like, they'll never know.
Do you have a vault of songs right now, other than what you have coming out on your album?
I have a couple. I'm working on gaining up some more, and hopefully this year will be like a hustle year for that to get more of my goal.
Nice.
It's very cool.
Who's an artist who inspires you as an artist to create music?
If I'm being completely honest, Doja Cat, 100%.
All right,
like she
with Doja Cat.
Yeah, like the music she makes, and then like her weird ass personality. I love it. I'm like, I love the fact that you can be so good and big in music, and you make all these hit songs, but then you can also be super goofy, and like people still take you seriously because it's just your personality.
Yeah, I'm wondering if she would be as popular if she wasn't as eccentric, because she has an amazing voice and she's hot, of course.
Right.
If she wasn't, wacky, would she really be in the same spot that she's in now?
It gives me like the rap version of like Lady Gaga, like how different she was.
That's exactly who I was talking about next, actually. Because I feel like Lady Gaga is, amazing. She's bold and her music is great, but she's not, if she looked just like a normal, like small town girl, like she probably would not have the same attention.
Exactly.
Like that's what sets her apart. What would you say sets you apart as an artist? Like your style or the type of music that you make, or what would you say like sets you apart?
I would honestly just say like my personality too. Like I'm not afraid to also be weird, and I'm not afraid to like talk to people. I'm like a really big social butterfly, and I love to just meet people. It's like something I like to do, and I'm like, I want to support everybody and do everything. And I feel like that's what sets me apart is even if I don't know you, if you tell me you got something going on, you need someone to talk to, I'll be there. If you need someone to show up at your show, I'm gonna be there. Like even if I don't know you, I'll show up.
Nice. What about when you get big and you're famous? Are you still gonna go to local shows, you think?
I want to, yes, because I want to be that person. I might low-key like disguise myself and be like, this is
Lady
for
Gaga
them.
does that too, actually.
Right. I'm like, this is for them, not me. So I'll disguise myself so I can at least still be there and not cause a scene that's like, you know what I mean?
Do you have anything else that you want to talk about? Tell the audience you have your show coming up on the 17th. The 17th. We don't have a venue yet, but
but I'm hoping Rainbow City. I'm talking to them tomorrow. And everyone said that they've been really cool and that they usually just do it there. So
for sure. Rainbow City. They're always looking to have more shows there. So go check out Rainbow City. Go check out, make sure you follow the real Kailee Bug. The original, oh my God, sorry. The original Kailee Bug on Instagram so that you can keep up and get to her show if you're in the Portland area. If you're not, then just take a plane over here and come to it. Because this is her first time performing. And, there's going to be a lot of other, big Portland artists there too performing, like going Jedi and Bremer Baden.
Jedi, Bremer, Shane Taylor, Kmart Woods.
The whole pharmacy is going to be there.
Wayne Gray's going to to be there too.
Oh my gosh. I just met him at Kmart's party and her birthday. She also had a birthday show. And that was amazing. Oh my God. She's so fun. All the artists there are they just like blew my mind. Cause like, especially being in such a small space and like hearing like Alana Rich, and Kmart and everybody. Alana. Yeah. Like, and just like, blasting. Yeah. Their voices are just amazing. And that was my first time meeting Wayne Gray. I'm like, how have I not heard your music before? What the hell?
I was like, you have to perform for my birthday bash. I'm sorry, but you're gonna do it. He's like, oh, I'm down.
He's so good. He's so good, and just like good vibes all around for me too. So Is that somebody? Well, I won't ask, but yeah, you should definitely collab with him. I think that would be a cool collab for sure.
Especially like the way he does R&B. I was like, I need that. I need a male R&B of that.
Yeah, I like him because he's, not afraid to talk about dirty stuff.
No,
like he's just like, I love that.
Like, we need the dirty song.
Yeah, like keep it real, keep it 100.
Keep an eye out for my album, and it's launching February 16th, which is my 23rd birthday, and it's going to be called Butterfly Express. I'm super excited about that, and that's also my birthday bash is going to be the next day, February 17th, and it's going to be not only celebrating my birthday, but also celebrating the album launch.
Nice. And where can we find your music? On Spotify and all platforms?
You can find it on all platforms under the original Kailee Bug. And then I'm mainly posting right now on SoundCloud. I know I'm the SoundCloud rapper.
I think that's a good thing though. Like, is it like, a lot of people don't really want to contribute to Spotify. So that's totally.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of theories going on around about that. So I was like, I think I'm just going to stick to SoundCloud for now.
Yeah, so everybody go and check out her album that's about to drop on SoundCloud.
Yes.
Got some bad bitch energy, got some fast rapping and some R&B. R&B on there too. So y'all are ready.
It's going to be different.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm really excited to hear what you come out with and to hear more of your music.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, anytime. Come back.
Oh, you want to take your out?
Yeah, we can. You smell amazing too.
Oh, thank you.
You are.